MiniWarGamer Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com. Welcome, Wargamers, to how to make a Tactica video. This video is mainly intended for MiniWarGaming employees, namely Dan, Owen, and Jay. So watch my actions in this video and mimic them, because this is how to make a good tactic video. And I actually got this idea from Jay's Vindicare Assassin video. He did a great job on that. So from his video, I am using it as an example on how to make more tactics videos. And so notice that I'm using my hands when I'm talking and I'm looking at the camera a lot. It's best not to put your hands in your pockets because it looks strange the whole time. It looks awkward. I'm talking to you, Owen. That's what you do. Yep, I'm being scrutinizing right now because that's just what you need to do to make things better. Don't take it personal. You're 7 feet tall. You got that going for you. Let's go into what we're going to talk about in this video, which is tactics of an army that actually doesn't matter what tactic of what army. It could be anything. So let's go down and point to the army that you're about to talk about. Oh, and by the way, Jay, your crazy eyes, don't lose them. I actually really like them, and it's friggin' hilarious. These are Terminators. These are the models that we're going to be talking about in this video. If you're going to start off by talking about the models, have a camera shot that looks like this. It's a wide-angle shot, and it shows exactly what you're going to be talking about. But if you're going to continue talking about them, move to a closer shot, kind of like this. Now we're a little bit closer, and this just looks better. It's more visually interesting. It's also important to note that when you're talking about these guys and when you have the camera on the table on the models themselves, that there isn't a whole lot of headspace. And when I say headspace, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, that right there, that's headspace. In fact, if you look at the top, you can see that the camera goes past the gaming table, and that's a no-no. You can't even see what you're looking at. Don't do this. That is unprofessional. It's also a good practice to pick up a model and show it close up, just like this. When you're doing this, it's a good idea to talk about their basic stat line and their war gear, and possibly their special and unique abilities if they have any. This is to get a well-roundedness of the model and to let people know that bringing them is a good idea, because why the heck would you be making a video about them otherwise? Now it's time to change the camera angle once again to make it more interesting. We're going to talk about the transport capabilities of this unit. If your unit doesn't have a transport capability, then skip this step. But if it does, include it. Include it in a different shot. The more varied the shots you include, the more visually interesting the video will be. This is the part of the video where we talk about supporting units. This isn't necessarily the best choice of a supporting unit, but just as a visual example, I wanted to show you a Dreadnought with the Assault Terminators. It provides a good thing to talk about, and it changes up the camera angle once again, and the topic about what you were talking about. Notice how the text also changes in the top right-hand corner. This is very important for people who want to skip ahead and watch different parts of the video, and they can find their spot easily. Now comes the part of the video that's disputably the most important part of the video, and that would be showing the unit fighting against another unit. This is where we might even use some dice and roll them right on camera. If you do, make sure you roll them so you can see them on camera, and that you're using white dice with black pips. They show up the best. If you choose to show an actual round of combat of sorts, it's important to change camera angles frequently, just like I've done right now. I've zoomed in a little bit closer to make it more interesting, and I'm actually going to take away these guys just to show what it looks like when you take away the guys. That's one of the best things about Warhammer 40k or any other game in general that is a war game. It looks really fun when you take away a lot of models. Now I'm getting off track, and that's just inserting a little bit of my personality into the video. It has now come time to the end of the video. Notice that there's no longer any text in the top right-hand corner because it doesn't need to be. What are we going to put? Conclusion up there? It really doesn't matter. You'll also notice that I've changed camera angles once again. This breaks up the monotony of the one shot the entire time. It's not absolutely necessary. It just makes it a little bit more visually interesting. I've said that a few times in this video, but that's okay. Also note that you can't see my mic. My mic is to the back of my belt. It's not in the front, and you don't see the wire hanging down on the side. That's also because we're zoomed in a little bit here. But if you choose to go out for a wide angle, make sure you don't do that, because if you do, then I'm gonna get you to reshoot the video because it just looks funny, and don't do it. Please don't. Actually, I want you to do it, because I just want to see the reaction on your face when I say you look like a clown. Now I'm just teasing you. And this is just me inserting my personality into the video because I can't help it. And that's what I want you to do too. Just be yourself all the time. Dan, don't shave your beard because people love it and they think that you're a certain nationality that you're not. Now it's time for the call to action. This part, you're going to want to direct people to the other Tactica videos that you have made. Click on the link below to see more Tactica videos. Don't actually do it for this video because there probably isn't going to be any other Tactica videos like this, because this isn't a Tactica video per se. It's a how to make a Tactica video, and that's how that works. Not only should you invite people to watch other Tactica videos, you should do something to invite them to participate in the video somehow. Whether that's liking the video by thumbing it up or by leaving a comment to let them know what you think. I said that opposite. What I meant to say was let you know what they thought. It's a little bit different when you're talking about other people and not yourself, because usually you're talking about yourself. Usually you're saying, let me know what you think. But because that's not the case in this case, it messed my mind up. Changing camera angles once again, ask them a thought-provoking question, such as, what are your tactics when you field these guys? Or, what can beat these guys easily? Or, are these guys overpowered? Why do you think they are? Then it's time for the sign-off. I'm just doing this to make it more visually interesting. Thanks for watching and happy wargaming.